Hello, everyone. Good morning. This is Clement Oyinola, and very quickly, in this video, I want to share my opinion about the forex market outlook for this week. And so, let us just go straight up to the market. I'm going to be analyzing some pairs live analysis in this video, and I want you to pay attention, learn as much as you can, adjust as much things as you can, so that you can improve your trading and see how you can um, skyrocket your trading for this week and make as much money as you can while you are still maintaining risk and money management effectively. I am a preacher of capital preservation because without your capital, there's nothing you are going to trade with. So with your capital, you are going to trade, and even when you lose, you have some money to still trade with. So the forex market is a place where you win and you lose. But your goal as a trader is to win more than you are losing. The goal is to win more than you are losing. Do not forget that win more than you are losing. You might have a losing day, you might have a losing week, but you can always have a winning month if you are very careful with the way you risk your capital. So without wasting much of your time in this video, let us go straight to the analysis that we have for this week. So very quickly, we are going to be analyzing the following pairs. We are going to be analyzing the crude oil, gold, pound NZD, pound AUD, CAD JPY, pound JPY, Euro JPY, CHF JPY, Euro USD, USD CHF, AUD CHF, and NZD CAD. So we're going to start straight up with US crude oil. Now, for crude oil, I like running my crude oil analysis on the weekly time frame. And from this weekly time frame, we can clearly see the support and resistance playing out there. So this is this area. You can see where I'm drawing the line. That it was a support here, there's a support here, there's a support here, and currently price is there. And we don't know if the price wants to break or if the price wants to bounce, wants to reject. So let us go to daily chart. Daily chart is most likely going to be similar to weekly chart, so you can see that. So let's just go to the 4 hours chart. Now on the 4 hours chart, we can remove what we drew initially. On the 4 hours chart, we can see something that looks like an ascending channel like this. You can see that on the 4 hour chart. So with what I'm seeing on the 4 hour chart, I am going to be anticipating a bearish move. Why? Because this is an ascending channel. I remember on the weekly chart, it was around the market market resistance. So it is a possibility for the market to go up, sorry about that, for the market to go up and reject down since it is at that resistance level. But before we can make our decision on this, the best thing is for us to let us see how the market play out this week, and let's see if by next week we are going to have a clear direction on the crude oil. Crude oil is one of my favorite pairs because a little move. Let's look at this move from here to here. That move is 193 pips, and minimum lot price you can use for crude oil will give you $193 when you are trading crude oil. So that's a lot of money. And that is just in the space of 2 days. You can see that here, 2 days and 8 hours. So we can imagine making $200 in 2 days. Well, the last time I traded crude oil, I made $700 in 3 weeks. So you can imagine that. So crude oil is amazing. So, but you have to make sure that you are applying proper risk to reward ratio. Manage your risk properly. Now this is gold. Now on gold 4 hours, this is what I'm saying on gold 4 hours. Let me remove that and let me draw it from the beginning so you can see it clearly. Now on gold 4 hours, this is what we have. You can see this area. If we draw a trend line here, you can see that trend line. You can see that trend line, and you can see how the market is playing out around that trend line. I see how the market is playing out around that trend line. So market broke. It seems as though market broke above the trend line and is retesting. Now let us draw some. Let us go down to. Okay, let me draw that. Then let us go to 1 hour so we can see it clearly. Now on 1 hour, this is what we have on the 1 hour chart. Now you can see a resistance here, a resistance here, a resistance here, and price broke above the resistance. Now coming back. Now you can see that this area is serving as a confluence for us. A confluence because it is it is working as a support for a former resistance on the 1 hour chart, and it is also working as this trend line support as well. So this is a support confluence, a confluence of support, and that means that this area should not be taken for granted. Don't take this area for granted. Whatever goal is going to play out for the rest of this week is strongly dependent on how markets react to this area. So if area it proves to be unbreakable, we are going to be buying gold. And if price breaks below this area, then we might have to recheck our market analysis. But for now, as far as I am personally concerned, I am looking out to buy gold. So I am waiting patiently for the perfect time or the right time to buy gold. I am watching that area closely to buy gold. Now let us look at pound NZD very quickly as well. Now let's go to the 4 hours on pound NZD. Now you can see this resistance, you can see this support here, and you can see this resistance, and price is currently at the resistance level. Now you can see how price is trying to beat that resistance level on pound NZD. If you check on 1 hour, you will see that okay, there is a momentum of sellers playing well on the 1 hour candle. So that means I will be looking out to sell pound NZD. And if you check something on the daily chart, what you are seeing here on the daily chart, you can see here, you can see which that should have filled long ago. So it's possible for the market to want to come back to this level. And now there's something I show you very quickly on pound NZD. And this is it. There is a pattern that I can see here. This, and this. Now the market has played out quite all right, and that is 61.8% retracement. Now, since they could not break above the 61.8% retracement, it is possible that sellers are ready to continue their move on pound NZD. So this time around, they will continue to sell. And they won't just relax at that point. Most likely, they will just continue to sell. Yeah, most likely they will continue to sell. That pattern that I showed you on the daily chart is most of the time it is a pattern that shows that market wants to just take a quick rest, but they continue their move. You can see here. What I'm drawing is what they call harmonic pattern. Now, I've made a video that explains all of those patterns, and you can learn all of them in my trading course. So you can see this pattern right here, and that pattern has played out successfully well. It has retested that area. That's 61.8% retracement. You can see that 61.8% retracement. Let me see if I can make it see clearly. That's 61.8% retracement. So it has retraced that and could not break above 61.8 retracement. So there is a very, very high chance that we are going to be selling pound NZD. So for me, I'm bearish on pound NZD, and I'm waiting for a clear break. If I'm ready to take the risk, I'll just sell straight up, reduce my risk, make sure I use a stop loss of maybe 100 pips. Yeah, I'll just risk that and use a stop loss of 100 pips and sell down to this level. But let's see what's going to happen. Today is Monday, and the market can behave a lot, but I have a strong belief that pound NZD is going to sell this week. So let's move on. Now this is pound AUD. All right, I might be selling this right away. If you're watching this video and the market is still around where you think it is, you can sell pound AUD right up. I checked this earlier this morning, and I was waiting for the market to break below this channel, and it has broken clearly. So I might be selling with my stop loss right here. My stop loss can just be 80 pips. Yeah, 82 stop loss, and my take profit is going to be here. And of course, I have taught how you can partial close the trade, so you can partially closing your trade. Of course, that would mean you are using more than 0.01 lot price, of course, minimum of 0.02 lot price, so that you can partially close it when the profit gets halfway or gets to a particular level. You partially close your profit and you allow the rest to run. So personally, I'm entering this trade right now. Give me a minute. I need to enter this trade now, and I need to drop it on my signal group as well. So I'm entering this pound AUD trade. If you are watching this video and the market has not gone too far from where you are, and when you are watching this video, you can risk this video. Remember, it's a risk, so it can go well, it can go wrong. That's why you need to apply the proper risk to reward ratio. And this is a bonus signal for you. If you are watching this video, it's a bonus signal for you. So my stop loss is going to be around, that's 75 pips stop loss. That's 818, 1.818, 818. And my take profit, I'm using 0.02 lot size on my account, so that in case you are wondering what lot size I'm using 0.02 on my account, because it's a risk, and today is Monday, I'm not risking too much on my account on that. And my take profit is going to be at 1.788, 1.788. So when the market starts moving in profit, I can partially close my trade with 0.01 and allow the remaining 0.01 to keep running. Of course, I would have made my profit already. So my trade is in peak. My trade has been peak, and I'm going to drop it on my signal group very quickly. Give me a minute to do that. Sorry, give me a minute. 1.818, right? 1.8180. Take profit 1.7880. Okay, that will be my final take profit. I can have multiple take profits. Let's assume I have take profit 1 around 1.80 803. Let's say we have take profit 1 at 1.0. Okay, 1.803. That's the profit 1. That's the profit 2. Alright, so I'm dropping that on the signal group right now. Alright, so let's move on. Let's continue. I've been watching that pair. It's a risk I'm taking. So if you're comfortable taking the risk, you're welcome. If you're not comfortable, just keep following my video. Now let us move on to the next pair on my list, GBPUSD. Now I did a video on Friday on GBPUSD pairs, and you need to watch that video on GBPUSD pairs for you to understand what I'm talking about on GBPUSD pairs for this morning. GBPUSD, Pound GBPUSD, Euro GBPUSD, and CHF GBPUSD. Yeah, so I said on Friday that you should be careful how you trade so that you won't fall into the trap of the market, the weekend market trap. Now, this is the trap I was talking about. On Friday, there was a strong bearish momentum. Everybody thought that, oh yeah, market is bearish, let us pump in the sell, and then we'll ride on and we'll ride or die on JPY strength. And I told you that it's on Friday, be careful, don't just follow the market blindly on Friday, wait for the market to play out. And I said that I would rather wait for the market to close below here before I decide to sell. Now, look at what I've played out. Everybody that sold on Friday without closing it on Friday is currently most likely back in loss or back at break even. And you are trapped in the market. You are stuck. You don't want to close at break even. You don't want to close at loss because you have once been in profit. So you are hoping and you are waiting for the market to sell again so that you can make back your profits. And then you are promising yourself that just sell a little bit and I'm going to close you in no matter how small the profit. Now that is what they call market strategy. Your mind is stuck on that particular trade. Same thing for Pound JPY, same thing for Euro JPY, and the same thing for CHF JPY. And I made it clear in my video on Friday I should avoid this weekend trap. Just stay away on Friday, enjoy your weekend, don't stress yourself on weekend. And when Monday comes, the market comes to a fresh perspective and follow the market from Monday. So if you are watching this video now, just know that I am still waiting for the market to play out. On CAD JPY especially, I am still watching how the market is going to react to this area. This is a confluence that the market is currently at. Market is currently at a confluence. So I'm simply going to stay back and watch what happens in this area. If the price comes below and forms maybe like a bearish engulfing, straight up I'm selling. If the market could not, if the sellers could not show a strong momentum in that area, I would just keep watching and keep open or not open right now, but I'll just keep watching and play along wherever the market is leading us to. I follow. Now on pound JPY as well, I made it clear on Friday that I would rather wait for the market to close below this support area before I decide to. So you can see it could not close up below that area. It bounced back from that support level. So I'm still waiting for market to close below that support area before I decide to sell the market or not. So I'm still watching pound JPY as well, and let's see how this plays out on pound JPY. Since JPY, anyone that sold on Friday and did not close it, will most likely back for now. So I'm staying away from Euro JPY. I'd rather focus on pound JPY, CAD JPY for now and see how they play out. So I'm ignoring Euro JPY. I'm also ignoring CHF JPY, except there is a strong bearish move in the market that shows that the sellers are ready to pump in their sell before I reconsider them. Yeah. So moving on to Euro USD. Now, there is a rising channel forming on Euro USD, and don't think this is going to be a long-term buy. It's not going to be a long-term buy. I would rather it's going to be a long-term sell. So, but before this sell, there is likely to be a trick in the market where they will close you out and stop loss before they eventually sell. I don't know if you have experienced that before, where you set your sell limit and then the market activates your sell limit, spikes up and close you out and stop loss, spikes down and starts selling. That's happened to me several times before I learned the trick in the market. So I would advise you, don't sell yet. Let us wait for the market to play out their whatever trick they're going to play out around this area. Trust me, they will play out a trick around this area. It has happened several times and it will happen again. They'll play a trick around this area. So when they play that trick is simply maybe they'll spike up and spike down. The spike up is to close people out in their loss, and then they spike down and they start making their profit for themselves. So I would advise that you wait, sit back and relax. The market is always there, it's not going anywhere. Let us see what happens in that area. Let us see how they're going to play out their stop on. They call it stop hunting. Let us see how they're going to play out their stop hunting, and then we will follow them when they are done hunting people stop loss. Don't be among the stop loss they will on. Relax and be patient. Market is not going anywhere. The same thing on USD CHF. They are likely going to spike down and stop hunt people before they spike up and buy. USD CHF is a negative correlation of Euro USD. That means that if Euro USD is buying, USD CHF will sell. If Euro USD is selling, USD CHF will buy. So they are negative correlated. So you can see the same thing that is happening on Euro USD is happening on USD CHF as well. So let us calm down. Let us see how they hunt full stop loss before we decide to follow them to wherever they are going, wherever direction they are going. Now, AUDJPY is looking like this, and it's looking like the buyers might be ready to buy. I think I have a buy position running, which I entered this morning. The signal is posted on my premium channel. So you can also watch out for AUDJPY looking out like a buy for this week. So trade carefully. There might be a bullish momentum on AUDJPY for this week as well. The same thing for NZD card. NZD card, I'd rather trade NZD card on daily perspective. That means that on Friday, market closed above this resistance. And if they could not close below this resistance, we are having continuation of the bullish momentum on NZD card. So I think that is all about my analysis for this week. You can watch this video again and get yourself familiar with where I do my analysis and how you can enter and pick trades, and make sure that you risk properly. Do not risk too much. Be comfortable with your trade. Now, I tell people that if you pick a trade and you cannot go to bed without thinking about the trade, don't pick that trade. Close that trade. Pick a trade that you are comfortable sleeping with. When I mean sleeping with, I mean you pick a trade and you can forget about the trade. That is the kind of trade you should pick. Don't pick a trade that will give you high blood pressure. Don't pick a trade that will give you a restless mind. Give a trade that you can conveniently have peace of mind on those trades. Do you understand what I'm saying now? So if you have questions, you can drop them in the comment section below. If you can also join my Telegram link. You can also join my Telegram channel in the link below and get more updates from me directly. And if you're interested in my signal group, I have a video where I talked about my Signal channel and my bootcamp coming up. So you can watch out for that video. Also on my YouTube channel. So I'm going to be dropping the video there as well, very, very short, very, very soon. So you can watch out for that video. How you can join my bootcamp, what you start to gain from my Forex trading bootcamp, and how you can access my Signal channels on the Forex market. So watch out. I hope to see you in the next video and have a very, very wonderful week ahead.